Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It's Friday, Entertainment Friday at Lunch with Lisa, and I want to thank you again for coming. As you all probably know by now, I'm the CEO of Nickerson. We're a full-service marketing and public relations firm in Boston and Miami. And the reason that we started this was because people needed to pick me up in the middle of the day. They wanted to take that break. They weren't taking breaks. And when we started this, I've had people messaging me telling me that now they're taking lunch break. They're stopping for that 25 minutes and finding something that's going to help recharge their brain. So, what I wanted to say is I'm really proud of my team. We really got together. We pivoted not just the strategies of our clients, but to be able to put this together. We've met so many great people, and I just want to thank everybody for being a part of it. Today, we have Cody Newman. Cody is a 14-year-old singer and songwriter. She became a radio Disney artist in 2019 and featured by Billboard as part of their Breakout Artist Series in early 2020. That's an accomplishment for anyone, let alone a 14-year-old. You started at the age of 6 and you performed all over the United States. You're currently a freshman in high school and a vocal major at a local charter school called the School of the Arts. You're down in South Carolina. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, South Carolina. And you released your debut EP, End of Infinity, in September of 2019, which is available on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon. And I want to thank you for being a part of this. As always, we have our, let's pull this down here. We have our live chat. We have Q&A. Many of you brought your kids. Someone from Hopkinton is saying, hi, that's really interesting and almost a great cue. We have two guest hosts with us today to ask a few questions. They're actually coming to us from Hopkinton. They're going to jump on in a minute because we have so many kids watching today who really admire you and what you're doing. They have a few questions. So when they're able to jump on, then we'll let them ask those questions. In the meantime, I brought my props again today. Once again, just like last week, I don't play, but I have these tools at home, and they are a Martin acoustic and a Bender Strat. And apparently those are very, very good guitars. So the most I could do to sort of bring to the party here was to bring them. But we have Julia coming in from Hopkinton. Hey, Julia.
Hi.
Hi. You had a question for Cody.
Mm-hmm. What instruments do you play?
So I mostly play guitar, piano, and violin, but I also play ukulele, bass, and drums.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you learn to play all of those instruments?
I started playing guitar when I was 6, and I just picked up everything else along the way.
Are you teaching yourself? Do you have other people teaching you?
So I've always been taking guitar lessons. I took piano for a little while. I've been taking violin for, I think, 1.5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the person that just asked, yes, those are Bob's guitars, clearly. Julia, did you have any other questions before we bring on the other guest host?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thanks, Julia.
Bye.
This is Olivia. Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
Hi. Did you have a question for Cody today?
Yeah. How did you get on the radio at age 14?
That's a good question. How do you? A lot of people don't get on the radio as adults. So.
My manager, Jeff, got me on the radio after we finished recording my album. So it's great.
Wow. Well, I've known your manager, Jeff Golko, for a long time. He's a really great guy, and he's the best. He also actually mentioned that you have one of the best agents in the game now with CAA. You've got Mark Cheatham, and he's got some of the most amazing clients in the world. So you are well on your way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's see. A 6-year-old named Tessa is here now watching. She wants to say hi. This is great. So Cody, why don't you play something for us and show us what you got?
Of course. This is Comet from End of Infinity.
Great, thanks.
I was trying to find the time to tell you how I've been feeling. what's your plan today? I'm sure whatever you do will be great. 'Cause that's just who you are. A comet in the world of stars, moving at the speed of light. I searched a million years in hopes you would appear, for I am just a planet, an ordinary sphere. But with what you have in store, we could be much more. All it takes is one more yes, and then we'll know for sure. And there'll be no more need for hello, how are you today? Thought I'd come your way to let you know I'm never gonna let you go. Hello, what's your plan today? I'm sure whatever you do will be great. 'Cause that's just who you are. Hello, how are you today? Thought I'd come your way to let you know I'm never gonna let you go. Hello, I'm sure whatever you do will be great. 'Cause that's just who you are. A comet in the world of stars, moving at the speed of light. Show me how far I'd have to go to be right where you are. A comet in the world of stars, a comet in the world of...
There we go. That was terrific.
Yeah.
Jeff just mentioned on the chat, and I love the chat. I really want to encourage people to comment on the chat, that you're the youngest artist to ever be sponsored by Taylor Guitars, for your guitar fans out there. You know, I got to tell you, I don't know if you know, but my significant other is a huge guitarist, and he came running in when Jeff posted that to say, here's a Taylor guitar. So I'm learning so much through this. Allison Fraze is coming in. She's down in Jacksonville, Florida, and she's asking what your musical inspiration is.
Meghan Trainor is my musical inspiration. I really like her style, and my non-person related inspiration probably comes from romantic comedies.
Really?
Yeah.
Like which one?
I don't know. Devil Wears Prada has always been my favorite.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
That's great. What would, in Devil Wears Prada, what would inspire you to write a song from that?
I guess the way that Anne Hathaway goes from becoming nothing to someone really important by working hard.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you're not in school right now, like all of us. You're stuck home. Yeah. Are you doing school by video right now?
We're doing school by Google Classroom. Sometimes we have Zoom calls, but most of the time it's just work online. So
do you still do, how much would you say you practice for, well, I guess maybe I'm not asking that right. You obviously have homework and things that are music related. And then do you practice also on top of that, your different instruments or writing songs?
Yeah. I go to my music school, offers Zoom lessons. So I get on a Zoom call with my music teacher every week. And
great.
Practice, yeah.
And how much a day do you play or sing?
Well, if I'm not singing all day, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours.
Wow. It's like a full-time job.
When you have nothing else to do, it's pass the time.
So are you doing a lot of writing right now?
I'm trying my best to do a lot of writing. I am suffering from a bit of writer's block, but I have written a couple of new songs.
Do you think that the writer's block might be just from being home and the distraction of everything going on?
Yeah, there's nothing new going on right now, so there's nothing new to write about.
Right. Well, I'll bet that after this, you'll probably have all sorts of inspiration of things just from even the experience. And the great thing about right now is you have opportunities to do I'm sure, webinars and be posting on your Instagram, and
Exactly.
you have a captive audience. Tessa would like to know when you first started your music lessons.
I started guitar lessons when I was 6. I did piano, I think, when I was 10. And I started doing violin about a year ago.
Wow. I also got a question from Bob from the other side of my house. What was the inspiration for the song you just played? He loved it.
Oh, so it's about this guy that I used to like. He doesn't know it's about him to this day. And yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's funny. I always think of Taylor Swift, and they always try and connect the guy that she's writing about.
Oh, yeah.
What would you, for all the kids that are watching right now, what would you give for advice as far as inspiring them? And I heard you say earlier that, hard work helps get you to where you want to be, but anything else that you've found has really helped you be successful? And again, I'm sure you hear it all the time at such a young age, but obviously you have a certain particular drive and hustle to you. And I'm just wondering, what do you think that special sauce is that you could share?
I just think that if you're really passionate about something, you can go a long way with it.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, practice makes perfect, like everyone else likes to say. It's true, though.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
As everybody knows, this only goes for 25 minutes. We're already 12 minutes in, so I appreciate all of your questions. I'm going to take a couple more here, and then if you could play another song for us after that, that would be great. After music, which is your love and job, does Cody have other interests that you enjoy just to get away from music?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I love music, you can't play it forever.
Right.
I really like painting. It's soothing. I like going on walks too. I take like 4-hour walks every day. I don't know.
Is that something you tend to do by yourself, or do you like to do that with other people?
I like to do it by myself. It kind of helps clear my mind. Sometimes it'll take me out of writer's block.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love, Kristen says, you're so talented, wishing you a lifetime of success. Morgan asks, if you could play at any event or venue in the world, where would that be?
Ooh. I don't know.
Do you want to think about it and come back to that one?
Yeah, I want to think about that one.
That's great. And your eye makeup talent is insane too. Yes. And for anybody who hasn't been on Cody's Instagram, she's got a lot of really great videos and pictures up there, and you've got some different looks there too. So, all right, what are you playing for us next?
I think I'm going to play End of Infinity from the album End of Infinity.
Awesome. Great. Thanks.
Say that again?
I said thanks.
Oh, thank you. You're sitting there with your rose-colored glasses, trying to see what's right in front of you. You don't believe, 'cause you can't believe it. You say something that's amazing, just can't be true. How can I prove that you're not just someone? You're everything I needed, and I know for sure. And if you do too, that won't be a problem. But don't you come and knock and don't wait up at the door. Go on and meet me at the end of infinity. I'll be right beside you, and you'll be next to me tonight. Yeah, it's impossible, but can't you see? So we my friends. So are we at the end of infinity? I'll be right beside you, and you'll be next to me tonight. Yeah, it's impossible, but can't you see? So we my friends. So are we? So are we? So are we? So get over here, take off those shades and see the world like I do. It may not be much compared to yours, but it's all I've known, all I've been through, all I've lost and all I've found. travel far. You're the constellation, you're the perfect star. If we travel together, we can travel far. You're the constellation, you're the perfect star. If we travel together, we can travel far. You're the constellation, you're the perfect star. If we travel together, you can go on and meet me at the end of infinity. I'll be right beside you and you'll be next to me tonight. Yeah, it's impossible, but can't you see? So we're friends. So are we. So are we. Oh, so are we.
Wow. I'm just thinking to myself, you're doing that and you're not in a studio and you're not even, you're just like doing it over my webinar. And I just think that's amazing. There's no doubt, you've been named by the biggest station in the world, KISS LA, as the next big thing. Oh my God, give me chills. I think that's so exciting. So there's all this new fame coming down the road, that, being a Disney artist, and I'm sure that's exciting. Is there anything, where do you think you're going to be in a year or two from now?
I really hope at the Grammys. I mean, if I'm not winning an award, I'm there at the show, or I'm performing. That would be great.
Did you watch this year?
I did. I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, I remember they were saying, if there was anything you learned this year is that you could make music in your living room and, sweep the Grammys, right? That was, Billie Eilish. I don't know that I knew her a year ago. And, but my daughter had started playing her in the car and I loved her. And then I just really inspired by that at the
She
Grammys.
became really big really fast.
So we know it's all possible, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I have 3 kids and I know that no matter what any of them are doing, though, they're still siblings at the end of the day, right? And if you're home right now, do you have siblings at home and what are you doing with them stuck at home?
I have a little brother. He's 11. We are getting on each other's nerves, like crazy. But yeah, we've been swimming in the ocean a lot because we're currently at a beach house on Isle of Palms. So
nice. Well, at least you can get out in that way. And do you have any pets?
I do. I have a puppy. His name is Uno. He's a little bit more than a year old.
What kind of puppy is he?
He's a Maltese Yorkie mix.
And how did you name him?
I don't know. I just said the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, that sounds good. Let's try to convince the family to name him that.
Perfect. Rena's asking, what are your favorite subjects in school?
I like math and PE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Let's see. Cody, you clearly have a lot of new fans today. They look forward to following your success. And somebody, Kelly just said she just showed her 7-year-old who's trying, they're on watching and they're trying to learn guitar. Any advice for a 7-year-old just learning to play guitar?
I would say trying to work on the basics because building like a strong foundation will get you a lot of places.
Sean is asking, what is your favorite song of all the ones you've written?
Of all the ones I've written?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like my unreleased music. Like my more recent music, but out of my released music, I think Comet is my favorite.
Awesome. Anything that's not yours that's a favorite?
I'm a sucker for Meghan Trainor. I like Dear Future Husband a lot, and anything from her title album.
That's great. I love all the questions. Thanks, everyone. Christopher is asking, where has been your favorite place you've traveled to perform?
So, I've performed in little places, like on the street of some pretty cool places. I liked performing in New York. I was just kind of sitting there with my guitar.
Where did you do that?
Say that again?
Where in New York did you just sit with your guitar?
I just played in the park.
No way.
Yeah.
See, I think, what was the name of the woman? She was really big long before you were born, that used to play in Harvard Square and became huge. And people used to talk all the time about she used to play. Tracy Chapman. Tracy Chapman used to do that. She would sit in Harvard Square and play before she became famous. Well, great. Well, we have 3 minutes left. I'm just going to close out our poll. I have to do it every day. I'll be honest. Some of you love the poll. Some of you don't love the poll. But what I think is really interesting about the poll is we've done it every single day. And we've asked, how are you managing working from home? And, you know, I'm starting to see a trend here. I love it. I hope I can work from home forever. Is at 47% today. It was just over 50% yesterday. I'm watching that trending higher and higher and staying up there. It's working pretty well for now is 35%. And I can't wait to get back to the office is 17%. Well, working from home just went to 50%. I'm telling you guys, this may be going on longer than we expect. So I really hope that, I hope you're all doing well there. We have a long weekend coming up. And so I'm just going to wrap this up. And then Cody, I'm just going to let you go back to playing as we wind out the webinar today. Okay, so let me just wrap up that I hope you guys really enjoyed the weekend. Some of you are already off today because it's Good Friday and a banking holiday. So I hope you have this time to spend with your family and turn the computers off and really enjoy the time together. I thought it was interesting. Jen Welter earlier this week, she was our Monday guest, said, we've always asked for more time and now the genie's out of the bottle. You have more time. So I hope you can spend it. And then on Monday, I'm so excited to announce that Dr. Joan Spiegel, one of my very good friends and an anesthesiologist at Beth Israel, will be our guest talking about behind the front lines. She has been right there with some of the sickest and been telling me, you know, she'll get off her shift and talk to me about just how hard it is. She's the one who told me long before the news did, you know, that we would be out of work for a while. And I'm just so excited to have her on and talk about what it means to be working on the front lines. So tune in for Monday for that. And also thank you again to our sponsor, Spark Technologies. And Cody, we're at 12:39. I'm going to let you finish it out from here. And when you're done, I'll shut off the webinar. And thank you for everyone for tuning in again.
So the song is not released yet, but I really like it. It's called Teenage Rebel Hearts. I bet you on a sleepless night. The sun was down, artificial light. I got tired and closed my eyes. You woke me up to see the sky. And years flew by. 'Cause we're both young, finding our way, seeing what comes next. And we're both still learning from our mistakes. We're just kids, yes I know. I've been told a million times, but just think we need somewhere to start. And that's just where we are. Teenage rebel hearts. Bring me dark, bring me day. Let your words be my escape. Don't go back on what you say. And don't let people change the way you are. 'Cause to me, you're a treasured soul. And yeah, we're both young, getting started, seeing what comes next. Our lives in color, and we're all a big mess. We're just kids, yes I know. I've been told a million times, but just think we need somewhere to start. That's just where we are. Teenage rebel hearts. At the end of the day, what are you waiting for? I don't wanna sour taste. Yeah, we're both young, finding our way, seeing what comes next. Our lives in color, and we're all a big mess. And we're just kids, yes I know. I've been told a million times, but we just need to find somewhere to start, and that's just what we are. Teachable hearts. Teenage rebel, teenage rebel hearts. Yeah, we're both young, but we're just getting started. Let's see what comes next, 'cause that's just who we are. Teenage rebel hearts. Thank you.